and sisters, my name is Trinity de Guzman, and I'm so excited to be making this video for you because for those of you who've been following our organization or any of my videos, some of you might have noticed that I've sort of checked out. I've been a little distant in my communication or what I've been sharing or writing, and it was to really come back inside, to take some time for myself as I've been going through a very difficult, honestly, process recently as I'm going to share something that's a little bit more personal and vulnerable that I usually do in these videos. And I just recently ended and got out of a relationship that lasted, almost a year and a half. And it was a pretty serious relationship. And of course, as every relationship ends, it teaches us so much about ourselves. And so I really took some time to go inside, to recenter, to learn about myself in certain ways that, of course, the ending of the relationship was able to show me. And as I've been doing that, I've come here to Thailand, specifically to go to a Tantra school. And Tantra is the path of love. Many people confuse or have a misinterpretation of what Tantra is, and many people think it's just about, sex. But, many people think that because of what's emerged from what they call California Tantra. But really, Tantra is the path of course, just like any spiritual path, it is the path of enlightenment, the path of true spiritual seeking and walking that path through bringing consciousness around all aspects of our existence. Because there's two types of spiritual paths. One is the ascetic path, and that is, if you think about Buddhist monks. I'm here in Thailand, and it's the largest Buddhist practicing country in the world. And there's beautiful temples everywhere. But coming back to the ascetic path, it's basically, there's where you're basically drying out or removing yourself from the world. And so you disconnect from your sexuality, from materialism, from possession, from the world entirely. And you just basically go into solitude where the only focus is the divine. And, meditation and going inside and purifying in that way and letting go of all desire. And it's a very valid path. Of course, it's worked for so many masters, of course, with Buddha, but it takes a long time. And then there's the Tantric Path, which is the opposite. So it's not about letting go of or pushing the world away, but it's about embracing the world entirely. So in the Tantric Path, it's about living everything consciously and fully. So being a part of the world, including, ownership, materialism, money, and sexuality, which the ascetic path speaks about as, wrong, or any desires, or having anything is, to be disconnected from. And included in the Tantric path is, of course, sexuality, because so many people have so much unconsciousness around sexuality. And the reason this is so important is because our sexual energy is one of the most potent and powerful energies that we have. Of course, it is the very thing that creates life. And so this energy, when we can truly bring consciousness to it, when we can truly bring awareness so that we can use our sexuality as a means for higher spiritual attainment of deep states of union and non-separation and the releasing of duality from our lives and our perspective of the world, then we can truly come into that God consciousness, the awareness that all spiritual paths ultimately lead to. And ayahuasca is also a part of this because, the way that I look at it is there's a mountain, and all paths lead up the mountain. Whether you're going the Tantric path or you're going the Shamanic path or you're going, through yoga, meditation, it all leads to the top, to the same place, to the realization of who we really are. And in that, they're all valid. And there is none that are better or worse. But personally, I've found that the two most powerful paths for me have been the Shamanic Path and the Tantric Path, bringing, awareness to our sexuality, to the very thing that keeps so many people trapped in this world, in desire. And so all of this is leading to the same place. And I'm so excited to come back to sharing with you because, as I mentioned earlier, I just recently got out of a relationship. And as I did that, it's allowed me to come back to myself. And in taking time to myself, I have come back to my purpose, my reason for being here, my passion behind why I share, why I make these videos, why I live my life the way that I do. I spend a lot of time in solitude. I spend a lot of time just sitting in meditation, hours a day, really working on myself to purify the very things that I know I need to purify. We have a lot of work in this world, and your work in this world is not what you do for money. That's what you do for money. The real work is the inner work. And as I'm a person who is so passionate about sharing this message with the world and helping people like you who are called to, the deeper understanding of who you really are and your true purpose for being here, the essence of your existence, as I share with you, ultimately, I have to live that in my life because I can only ever speak from personal experience. And so I've walked the shamanic path so deeply, and I know that it's not the only way. And I'm here to show you and help you and guide you to understand that if you can't experience ayahuasca, for example, you don't have to go to Peru to be able to experience the deep states of who you really are. You can do it right where you are. You don't have to leave your home or go to another country. And ayahuasca is not this magic bullet, this magic pill that you simply take and then, you're going to become enlightened. It can show you the door. It can open the door and give you a glimpse so clearly into the essence of who you really are as infinite potential source energy manifest here in a physical form, evolving and remembering through the interactions that you have with other people, through the difficulties and through the challenges in your life to come back to yourself. Because everything brings you back to you, especially the challenges. And I share this because ayahuasca is a door that can be opened to show you what's there. But the most important thing is that you are working with these realizations that this medicine, that this sacrament can open within you in a lifelong commitment to spirituality. If you aren't truly committed to your personal evolution in a way where you're willing to do something every day to expand your spiritual awareness and really come back and tap into and live from those states of peace and stillness, then ayahuasca is not going to do much for you. It will show you the amazing possibilities. It will show you, glimpses of your life and help you heal so much in a single night. But what are you doing, or what are you willing to do to work with those teachings, to ground them into a lifelong transformation? And I speak about this a lot because there's a lot of people who share this message almost like ayahuasca is all you need. And once you take it, your life is going to be fixed. And yes, it has the ability to change your life so deeply, so quickly. But that is based on a foundation. And that foundation is your spiritual practice. What are you doing on a consistent basis to truly continue your personal evolution? And there is no shortcut. There isn't anything that you can do to escape the fact that it takes energy every single day to really heal, to really let go of the desires, to let go of the unconsciousness, to let go of the beliefs that keep you stuck in this world. And I say desires because I'm personally here in Thailand to purify and cleanse something that this year has really shown me, and my last relationship really showed me. And like I said, it's a little bit of a vulnerable share, but to be completely transparent, it is my relationship with sexuality. And that is why the Tantric Path is so powerful for me. And I'm so excited to share more with you about this over time, because the depth and the speed of the purification, the cleansing of the densities that keep us stuck in pain and unconsciousness is so powerful when we can finally bring consciousness to our sexual energy and then use that as this fire, this fuel, like a rocket ship fuel, to really blast off into these highest states of consciousness and really bring us to the deepest knowingness of who we really are. And I've gone so deep into the shamanic path, fasted for days, for weeks before I had ceremony, and was able to experience these cosmic, astral, divine truths that go so far beyond words. And still, the Tantric Path has opened that within me and showed me the true meaning of union, dissolving the separation or the illusion of separation so deeply. And so I'm here purifying my sexual energy. I'm here on this path so committed than I ever have been to the spiritual path. And this all comes full circle, and why this is important for you is not only because I want to share more with you about the tantric journey that I'm on and how we can use our sexual energy to be our fuel for the deepest awakening of our spiritual truth, but how does this affect you right now? And it comes down, like I mentioned earlier, to your spiritual practice. And I want to invite you to look at the fact and see, what are you doing? What are you willing to do? Or what are you already doing in your life to really go deep into your healing? Because there is nothing that you can do if you don't have that full time, that lifelong commitment. And so over the coming weeks, and I'm so excited to make this video because as I'm connected so deeply again to my purpose, I am so passionate to share with you more and to make videos again and to write and to teach and to guide and to lead and to open doors into possibilities and realities that I know exist, that I can help really show you how to open these deep states of peace, freedom, happiness, and joy right where you are, without needing to go to Peru. So stay tuned to more of the videos that I share, to more of the content, more of my emails, and I'm going to really guide you to see what you can do right now, where you are, to really let go of the very things that have been keeping you stuck. Because all of that is simply rooted in the beliefs and the perception and the perspective that you have on the world, that you picked up from growing up in the world that you do. And the biggest obstacle is that many of us have a hard time listening to our heart. Many of us have a hard time being able to fully follow our truth and instead value and put higher up what other people want of them, what society expects of them, what they think is right from a mental perspective, caring more about what other people think than what is most important to you. And so all of this is about cutting out the noise so you can listen to your heart above all, so you can know what your heart is really saying, and most importantly, so you can listen to it. So thank you so much. I'm going to go so much deeper into sharing more about meditation, why it's so important, how this purification that meditation brings, and this silencing of the mind so you can hear your heart, how it works, why it's so important, and why there's really nothing more important than creating a lifelong and a daily meditation practice. So that's all that's coming through for this video. Thank you so much, and I look so forward to sharing with you again soon. Keep in tune with our emails, and if you want to visit our site, just click the link in the description. That's about our ayahuasca retreats in Peru, and I look so forward to sharing with you again soon. Thank you.